I'm very joyous today to see all of you celebrating my birthday. So the principle of ascent is to be in the center, to be in the balance, to be in the maryadas of the center, to be in the boundaries of the center is the principle. So what happens when we do not keep to the boundaries, to the maryadas? Then we get caught up. If we keep to maryadas, we can never be caught up. Many people say, why have the maryadas? Say we have the maryada, the boundaries of this beautiful ashram here. And somebody is attacking you from all the sides, on all the sides of the void. So if you go out of the void, you get caught up. That's why you have to keep to the boundaries. And to keep to the boundaries is difficult when you have two problems. One is the ego, another is the superego. Now, as in the West, superego is not such a problem. Ego is the problem, and it has very, very subtle implications now. I can see the complicated style of egos we have. Today, though the day is of celebration, so in all humor we should understand what this stupid thing called ego is. In all humor, not in seriousness. But I don't want you to again feel guilty. Now, as I was explaining in the morning, how ego becomes the left visual. You see, from childhood, if you are taught in a society like this, where you are an extrovert, you have to achieve something, some success or this and that, then the idea of strength is given to you. That it is weakness to tolerate something. So everybody has a very, very big ego. Everybody wants to have their own way. And from childhood, you spoil your children too much. You spoil them, completely spoil them. All the time you'll hug them, you'll hold them, you'll do too much. Children get spoiled. Think knowing of themselves, and then on top of that, if you tell them that you should not tolerate anything, they become disobedient. So you do not know how to obey others in any way. Ego does not know how to obey because that is weakness. Obedience is weakness. So when the ego starts getting too much on top of the superego, then the superego can go up to a point. It is also there. So to get rid of the ego, people take drinks, drugs, just to push it back. So increase the ego, increase the superego. So the ego comes down. So you are playing between, then you have a hangover. Then it goes on like this, you see, works out. Think, so you get more ego, you fill up your left side and you sulk. You never face. Now, the practical way, the central path is established by being in reality. Now, as a matter of habit you must develop. Supposing something has gone wrong, tell yourself, yes, it has gone wrong because I have done the mistake, all right. Why did I do the mistake? Because of this, so next time no. But very easy, avoid everything, come to this and enjoy your ego feeling sad. And most of the egoistical people, I find, become stupid because of that. They are stupid, they behave stupidly. And the egoistical people only take to drugs and to drink so much because they can stand it. Supposing a person who is very superego, supposing a man who is possessed takes to drinks, he'll die very soon. He won't live because he's thrown more than. In India, if people drink, you'll be surprised, they become very nice people. extremely mild, very quiet, very good. I mean, some women told me we want them to drink because they're better. But not here, they become violent. Why? Because there is already the base for the ego, and these fellows who jump in from the left side or right side, whatever it is, take over the ego. And they work through the ego then. So such people become cruel, assertive. I mean, all Germans were dealt like that. They were all possessed by supraconscious brutes, and they all behaved in this atrocious manner. So the best way is to, if you have done something, forgive yourself at that point. I forgive myself at this point. All right. And that, this was done because of this. All right. So I could not have done this. Never, I am not going to do it again. Just say like that. Just absolutely neutralize. Unless and until you neutralize it, you again store it up there. That's the point. Secondly, I have to tell you that the women in the West have changed their styles, which is very, very dangerous for their society. Because they have also taken to the egoistical ways of men. So if men have gone, say, 10 feet, they have run after them again about, say, 8 feet, and pulled back men even to go further than them. Now this is completely crossing your egos, because women do not have such possibility of egos normally. So competing men in ego, what you did, you have lost your complete maryadas of a woman. There's no maryada of a woman. Man has a maryada of a man. If a man starts behaving like a woman, he is not a man. In the same way, the women, if they start behaving like men, then they are no more women. They have lost their maryadas, they are out, so they get possessed. And that's why women, when they are egoistical, they become horrid. Their faces become horrid, they look horrid, their whole behavior is horrid. They can become dry like bean sticks, you see, and could be so hard as to hit you like an iron rod. Then the children, you see, suffer. Because that's the job of a gardener. Beautiful things that are born to be looked after with that kindness. But you overindulge into your children in the beginning. A mother is like a gardener. She has to prune also. She has to cut also. So the growth is all right. If your child is spoiled, you are no good a mother, useless you are. But you groom your husband, not your children. Just the other way around. Because ego is towards your husband, all the time grooming. Sit here, go there, what this, money, business, give me all the money, I keep all the money, everything. And if they become really like men, women will appreciate them. And if you become really like women, men will appreciate you. You see, it's the opposites that attracts each other. That should be normal. But we live in abnormal way that the men are women and women are men. What do you do now? So it is very important for men to understand now, because I am going to talk to women later on, that they should become like men. They must fix up things. They must take decisions. They must be the one who must rule. But that's outward. Actually, it's the source, is the woman. The woman is the potential and man is the kindness. The first thing that happens with ego is the anger. As yesterday you got married, you must know how to neutralize this, because still ego is there. Now to find out how to neutralize the anger of another person is a very beautiful thing, which I have never seen your writers handling, but in India we have many writers who have handled this situation. Now you must find out what are the weak points of your husband, first of all, and of your wife. On what points she gets upset. Now the attitude should be, we should not upset her, we should not make her angry, and the another attitude of the wife the same way, much more for the husband. So now what are the soft points on which he really gets upset? Just study. It's very simple. I laugh at it. Don't take it seriously. But be careful to avoid that. Now also find out what makes him happy. Like that. You see, you must find out what thing pleases your husband, what thing pleases your wife. And neutralize it. And you see, little things like that you must learn. This is the art of living. This is the art of living as a yogi life. The art of living is how with little few things, you see, how manage. Now you must have seen how in my lecture I say quite serious things, but in your bubbles of laughter, it just settles down in your mind. That's how you should do it. Because humor is one of the greatest things that puts the thing through, makes the person understand, and it doesn't harm anyone. That's how things improve. And when you see that you are settled down in peace, that's the first thing a husband-wife must do, is to settle down in peace. Children feel all right. Everyone feels all right. And then gradually let it correct. You have no responsibility of correcting each other. So that's what you should know your children too well. Don't insult them in the presence of others. Build up their character and majesty by saying, come along, you are a Sahaja-yogi. You are great. You be this, that. And put them on that path. Keep them there. Respect. But don't spoil them. Don't spoil them. We normally spoil, either we're overindulgent or you make them overindulgent. Both things are wrong. It's again ego. Tell them how to share things. Tell them how to share. And like if they share, they give it to somebody else, you should be happy. It's given to others. Give this to others. Let others play. You see, you show your happiness on that. You yourself give to others. Then the children learn all this. So please have confidence in yourself. Complete confidence in yourself. All right? That's the greatest thing you can give me today as a present. May God bless you.